UNL officials are asking students to register their off-campus parties with LPD.
That's right. The goal is to avoid fines, injuries, and unnecessary chaos. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Kennedy Stowwater spoke to students to get their thoughts about this. Kennedy?
By registering your party, LPD would notify 911 dispatch, and if your party is called in for disturbing the peace, you would have 20 minutes to have people leave or quiet down before police would come to your house. UNL is trying out a new policy in cooperation with the Lincoln Police Department. They're asking students to register their parties to avoid fines and injuries.
I think that that's a good policy. Parties have a history of getting busted a lot and getting out of control, and I think that registering it helps create a solidarity between the police and fraternities that are throwing these parties.
Elizabeth Endicott believes it's fraternities who are having off-campus parties, mostly in the North Bottoms. She said she's seen people sprint out of houses and injure themselves. With this new plan, if your party was reported for being too big or noisy, you would get a phone call from LPD warning you that you have 20 minutes to make people leave or quiet down before officers would come to the house. Elizabeth thinks this would be a way to keep people in line.
Instead of everybody just running out as soon as you hear the word cops, I think it'll help keep the parties more in control, and it'll also give an accountability to fraternities and the police.
Some students were concerned that the cops would just keep an eye on that house all night and look for trouble to arise. But officers assure students they won't use the registration to target parties.
The students don't get punished. I think it would be a great idea, because then people would actually start registering their parties off campus. And then with a 20-minute warning, you can get everyone out safely.
Some students who have gone to parties in the Bottoms feel like the cops already give them a warning to quiet down or leave.
That kind of goes along with the Good Samaritan laws, so it's kind of a thing already in place, and so making it more official would definitely be very helpful.
Overall, most think it's a good idea.
I think it could be beneficial in the sense that consequences could be less fines handed out, better reputation for the school.
Other people said the cops aren't there to get you in trouble, they just want people to be safe. And some have already used this for the first couple Husker games, and there were no issues.
Kennedy Stowwater.